Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all you beautiful, valid people out there, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Psycholonials. I'm here with my friend and co-host.
Oh boy, it's Ian.
I totally wasn't just screaming for like 2 minutes.
Holy moly,
I swear
it's
to
Ian.
God, that wasn't me. Holy moly. God, that was the most cringy thing I think you've ever said.
Day.
Holy moly.
It's a real do-nothing day.
A really do-nothing day.
Yeah, so it's Chapter 7. We're about to start Chapter 7 today, which just came out today as a recording, March 31st. Although I'm sure you guys are seeing this on April 11th. You're seeing this on April 11th.
10 days after the fateful day.
I know, right? That is because, Chapter 7 is... After Chapter 7, there's going to be a break, like a week break before the next episode comes out. So, this is going to be uploaded that week.
I thought one was supposed to come out on 4/13.
One is, yeah.
I'm good fuss.
And then on the 13th, then is when Chapter 8 comes out. And then the 20th is when Chapter 9 comes out.
I get it.
Which are Tuesdays instead of Wednesdays.
Tuesday.
But we'll figure it out.
Tuesdays are for the boys.
Right? For our Danganronpa kids. But yeah, anyways, so it's the 11th. But yeah, so we're doing Chapter 7 that came out today as recording.
We need more views.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. So let's go ahead and go to options and load up the chapter. Chapter 7. There we are. It never even stood a chance is the name of this chapter, by the way. That's interesting.
What, the government? No, it didn't.
The government or the Jubilites are, there are a lot of possibilities here.
All my homies hate the government. Am I right, Ian?
Sure. Yes, indeed. That is a true statement.
Anarchy is the only thing that I enjoy.
If you say so. Oh.
1 month later.
1 month later. Oh, shit.
Alright, let's read this Instagram real quick. Z69 Clown Boner 420. Z Supreme Honkafanks of the Jubilites. Gender Clown. Location New Whimsifay.
New Whimsifay?
Oh god, after another
month. Look at the follower count, Jay.
What the fuck do you mean 113? Yeah. Wait a minute, let me check Instagram. I want to know like how followed some people are in comparison to this. Like who's somebody who's universally liked?
Well, she has more followers than PewDiePie has subscribers.
Nah, that's like a completely unprecedented number in followers.
For Instagram, hell yeah.
But even in general, like even on YouTube and stuff, like...
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Here, can I look up
in comparison, my personal Instagram only has 199 followers.
Instagram. Most followed person on Instagram.
Wait, the world record egg has it, right?
Oh shit, okay. At Instagram has 389 million followers.
What about the world record egg? That's 5.4 million followers.
Ariana Grande has 228 million followers.
Well, Ariana Grande is Wait, what about Billie Eilish? She's got to be up there.
Billie Eilish, is she...
80.2.
Yeah, 80.
How the fuck did Z get more followers than Billie Eilish?
And LeBron James, and Cardi B, and Rihanna, and...
I still don't know who Cardi B is, but I want to keep it that way.
Kevin Hart. Kourtney Kardashian has 114 million, though.
Yeah, she hasn't overtaken fucking Kourtney Kardashian yet.
Or Katy Perry, or Miley Cyrus, or Nicki Minaj, or Khloe Kardashian, or
none of the big bitches on Instagram.
Taylor Swift, National Geographic, Kendall Jenner, Justin Bieber, Beyonce, Kim Kardashian.
God, dude, I didn't realize that on Instagram you could get over 100 million followers. That's kind of terrifying.
Yeah. A lot of people have. I mean, there's a total of 24 people with more than 1 million followers, apparently. More than 100 million, not a million. Jesus Christ. More than 100 million followers. Yeah. Oh, I like how it actually. I just kind of like glance at the actual text on the left here, and they mention some people.
After another month in swallowed into the dystopian 2020 abyss, the march towards social media supremacy continues unabated. Last week you leapfrogged over Katy Perry. Today you just slid past Miley Cyrus. Both accounts took 7 years to reach their marks, while yours only took 3 months to surpass them, which is kind of terrifying. By kind of, I mean very.
Although, fun fact, nowadays Katy Perry is 115 million and Miley Cyrus is 126 million. So,
yeah, how did that happen?
They got more followers since last year.
But how?
Katy
Katy Perry and Miley Cyrus are irrelevant now.
Indeed.
I just sent so many shots at Miley Cyrus and Katy Perry.
Yeah, it looks like.
What's it like to be irrelevant compared to a clown gendered bitch?
Looks like Khloe Kardashian and Nicki Minaj are still above Z, though.
This is true.
And it's the little touches like this which make all the difference when it comes to clawing your way to the top. It's a matter of commitment, you think. You've been catching a lot of bitches slipping lately, and rankings have served them notice.
Shit. Been catching them bitches slipping, my dude.
Oh, that's the belt from the trailer, Jay. That's the belt from the trailer.
Yep, and
with the bullets.
She's a badass now. Look at her. Are those fucking... Yeah. Does she have, like, dual-wield pistols now?
Yeah, just like the trailer.
I didn't pay attention to the trailer enough to know that happened.
Yeah, I watched it again recently because I showed somebody the trailer, which is why I remember that. But I'll have to show you the trailer later. Due
to resuming control of your empire with your distinct personal touch, life here on the island has stabilized after a rocky start in the days following the evacuation. Few deft political maneuvers have brought stability to your soul and summer colony. The same can't be said for the rest of the nation, and at this point, many parts of the world as well.
Holy shit!
Wait, is this how many people... Jubilite County's captured? Holy shit!
Oh. Hey, I want to see Michigan a little more, but I think, is that Wayne County? Hold on. Michigan County map.
I don't know what any of this is. I'm from the South, so I
look at that.
Not know.
You know where Michigan is, right?
Yes.
In Michigan, the bottom most of the three in Michigan is Wayne County, which is where Detroit is.
Whack.
And where I go to school. The one directly to the left of it is Washtenaw County, which is where I actually live with Ann Arbor.
Pog.
Which currently apparently doesn't have heavy Jubilite activity reported, which is kind of surprising. Ann Arbor would totally have heavy Jubilite activity reported.
You think so?
I think so.
Hey, you doing it doesn't count.
I know. But yeah, then above Wayne County is Oakland County, which of course also it's Oakland County.
Wait, wasn't Oakland the thing? No, what was that one bit? Remember Bo Burnham did a bit whenever he was like his robot voice said the N-word, and he's like, wait, what? Didn't he say it's Oakland's right there or something like that?
Oh yeah, Oakland. Well, Oakland's also a popular city. Oakland County is just... Yeah, Oakland, California is what he was talking about.
That's what he was talking about. I couldn't remember.
But yeah, I mean, Oakland
Are we gonna cancel Bo Burnham's robot for saying the N-word?
God.
Hashtag robot voices
I'm not human,
over
I can
party.
say whatever I want.
Hashtag robot voices over party.
God damn. I don't know, man. But yeah, that's yeah. But Oakland County, Michigan.
I love the idea of canceling a robot voice. Like, that's so funny to me.
Oakland County is where Pontiac is.
What's Pontiac?
It's just a city in Michigan.
West Michigan.
I'm a Michigander, okay? I know. I know
you guys talk Michigan. Whack as fuck, by the way.
What?
Michiganders talk whack as fuck.
It's the Midwest, mostly.
Everyone, yeah, but you showed me the Michigander accent shit, and it still pisses me off.
Well,
you guys should learn to speak better.
You guys should learn to speak better. We say it the right way. Come on, man.
No, I'm pretty sure that's not how that
Southerners.
works. You literally say mirror.
Yeah, mirror.
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 You say mirror.
Mirror. I'm gonna look at my mirror today.
I fucking hate you.
I'm gonna get my clothes off the floor.
Stop! Your fucking clothes.
I'm gonna color with some crayons.
Don't say crayons like that ever again. It's crayons, you schmuck.
Crayons.
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 I draw with my crayons.
I fucking hate you. You fucking dick.
We go up to the kitty corner to get to the party store and grab
No.
rubber napkins in traffic and.
You're what's wrong with the human race. Fuck. I forgot how much the Michigander accent pissed me off.
The Michigander accent sounds very much like I want to see your manager. Like that kind of accent.
Ah, true. God damn it, just go ahead and read this.
God.
Okay, a Michigander Karen. I hate the idea of a Michigander Karen.
Jay, I'm excited for you to come up here at some point.
I refuse to make a short film about a Michigander Karen, you schmuck.
I won't make a short film about a Michigander Karen. Don't worry about it.
I don't believe you.
The U.S. is becoming increasingly fractured due to many localized Jubilite insurrections, and a great number of police stations across the nation have fallen. Certain regions of America, which now represent unpoliced, demilitarized pockets of Jubilite-controlled territory, have gotten so large, Ring 3 has categorized these parts of the map as Jubilite counties. Oh, I love it.
That is, entire counties in the U.S. where the majority of all police stations have been commandeered, and the number of counties which qualify has been making everyone in the government extremely nervous. No shit! Look at this shit!
Good.
What do you mean good, you fuck?
This is a fucking new Jubilite revolution, and I love it.
This is the American Revolution, but Jubilites.
I love it. We need this to happen.
Nervous enough to begin listening to certain demands you've been making for weeks. In recent days, hostilities in the country have finally started cooling off. This is because of negotiations you've completed, which have resulted in a treaty between the Jubilite movement and the U.S. government. Oh god, she actually got, like, treaties and shit ran.
The treaty grants formal recognition of the island of Nantucket as a sovereign nation totally independent from the United States, which is now called New Whimsife. The mainland agrees to keep the power running, and all naval blockades lifted so you can continue supplying the island with needed resources. Holy shit.
Holy
shit.
Like,
yeah, we're our own country, but, like, you're still giving us power, and you can't do anything about it.
In exchange, you've agreed to a non-aggression pact with the U.S. and have publicly called for a nationwide cessation? Cessation? I guess that's how you say that. Cessation of hostilities from your Jubilite militias.
I think it probably comes from the word cease, you know?
Yeah.
But it's probably cessation. No more capturing police stations and no more expansions of Jubilite County territory for now.
For now. Your movement has been sleeping into the fabric of global politics. Holy shit, look!
Yep.
Is that, where is that? Is that India? Certain nations have started showing signs of instability as the insurrections dominated by clowned-out faces have swelled to enormous sizes around the world. While such volatility has stalled in the U.S. due to your treaty, it's only been picking up steam in other nations. That does look like... Maybe I'm just crazy. It looks like an Indian palace to me.
I feel like I've seen that before, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out, but I don't want to seem racist for saying that. Well, I mean, maybe not racist, but like uninformed, I guess, would be the better.
I mean, we are uninformed, apparently.
Listen here, buddy. I am very informed. At least I say mirror, right?
But you don't. I say it right.
Mirror.
Mirror.
It's spelled M-I-R-R-O-R. There's multiple fucking syllables, you schmuck.
Yeah, and Godot is spelled with T at the end.
What's spelled with a T at the end?
G-O-D-O-T. So it's a type of rock.
Godot?
Godot.
Godot. God, I hate you so much.
You can't cite spelling in English.
Dear God, I don't understand. I don't understand. Learn to spell. Get help. Get some help.
I know how to spell just fine, thank you.
I didn't say anything about spelling. I said get some help, you schmuck.
You said learn to spell, get some help.
Well, both.
Jesus Christ, man. Is this one me?
Yeah.
I forgot. Okay. You've begun to lose track of what's happening where, since there's so much to observe all at once, and you've had your hands full with domestic matters.
Domestic matters? What's going on in the actual island? Oh, fuck. It's the same people. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
That is fantastic.
Look at look what they did to Post.
It's great.
It's
perfect.
not. Look at Post.
It's perfect.
Post looks so unhappy.
I love it.
Look how unhappy Post looks. He looks like the sad third member of ICP who never made it. But what hasn't gone unnoticed to you is the broader cultural phenomenon it's become in such a short period of time. Many celebrities are outwardly identifying as Jubilites now, both feeling emboldened by the political strength of its movement and enticed by the fashionable statement it's become to clown up in solidarity with the rebellious spirit of your manifesto. Please don't tell me that Post actually dresses like that now. Please, dear God, do not make that canon. Please. Please, no.
I think all of this is canon.
Does Justin Bieber dress like that?
Yeah, I think that's what it's saying.
Look at Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I love how Obama still isn't dressed like that.
It says many celebrities are outwardly identifying as Jubilites.
Except for the fucking Obama and J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, exactly. They don't like this. They're the horse boy and girls. Post. I love it. Most of these people you could hardly give a fuck about, but you're flattered nonetheless. However, you were floored when you heard Post Malone himself was hopping into your tent. He even got some new clownish face tattoos to mark his newfound dedication to your cause.
Oh,
you have no
God.
idea if you found out what a huge fan of his you are, but you think you'd die of embarrassment if you knew. I love it. He's got the fucking diamond shirt.
I'd like to know if Andrew Hussie's actually talked to Post before.
God. Same thing with ICP. Like, has he? Probably not, but
that'd be so cool.
God.
Sometimes you wonder if Abby sent him a sneaky message behind your back to lure him into the fold. You'd fuck her up if you found out she did that.
Speaking of which, it seems Abby has managed to use her newfound celebrity influence to climb the ladder to her own fate.
Oh, God.
She's now in contact with their leader, Namjoon.
No!
She seems capable of going more than 15 minutes without mentioning.
She got to BTS!
God damn it.
No! We start getting kind of wind of a decidedly familiar sounding movements picking up steam in South Korea. With everybody's 7 favorite boys at the helm, you naturally assume Abby used her wiles to convert them to your cause. Holy shit, BTS is running the movement in fucking South Korea! No way!
Jesus Christ, man.
That's crazy!
Jesus Christ, man. But you're surprised Abby didn't have much to do, have to do much strong arming at all. Turns out you already had more in common than you thought. Apparently the boy band was curious about what all the commotion in America was really about, and Abby was more than happy to cut through the media play and walk them through it.
Jesus Christ. She befriended Namjoon, and after many extensive dialectics about justice and the perils of capitalism, it seems the boys were inspired to start a revolution on their own terms. Holy shit. The idea of BTS being so into like politics and stuff and be like, wait a minute, capitalism?
BTS creating Korean Jubilites.
Korean Jubilites. According to what you're hearing on the news, they've already managed to take over their entire entertainment studio, completely ousting the previous ownership. Holy shit, with the power of Pranksis, you can do anything.
Holy shit, they're gonna take over all of South Korea and then all of North Korea, and they're gonna...
Korea's finally gonna be together.
United again under BTS. The Korean War will finally be over.
Let's go.
And in their new position of political leverage, they're galvanizing the people of their own nation to stand up for positive social change. They seem to have an inordinately like an ordinate.
Yeah.
Inordinately principled aversion to murder, which leaves you a bit pessimistic about the ultimate efficacy of their methods. But you'll let them play the game they want. The way they want for now. Jesus Christ.
Wait a minute, so BTS are doing the same thing except they refuse to murder people.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know how I feel about murdering people.
It's like, wait a minute, BTS is saying, nah, couldn't be. No way. Indeed, it appears as if a global movement is fomenting in the wake of the Jubilite uprising. Like in South Korea, parallel movements are cropping up across the world. Some of these insurrections are being waged explicitly in your name, while some are undoubtedly the unique product of the political conditions of their particular region.
God, it's great.
God, dude. What city is that? Is that South Korea? Maybe? It looks like South Korea with this guy. I don't know.
With this guy. Jesus.
Look at that guy.
Sure.
Is that a BTS guy? I assume that's a BTS guy.
Oh boy, Jay.
Am I gonna get canceled for thinking that's a BTS guy?
No, you're good.
I don't want to get canceled, man. Is this my thing or your thing?
I don't remember.
I think I read the last one, right? Yeah.
Yes. But whatever banner they fly, the people of the world are rising in a tide.
Meanwhile, it's finally time for another formal debriefing. It's been a full month since your last one, when you delegated control of advanced pranksters to the rising star in the organization, Joculin. But we figured out Joculin is fucking evil.
We're pretty sure. Well, we're not sure, but we're pretty sure.
There's no way that she's being genuine. Hussie, my boy.
D-Classy, hey there. Hey, D-Classy. God. I love their.
Hussie, look at him.
Yep.
He's just vibing.
Yep, I love it. But you haven't been to a briefing since because you didn't want to make a habit of those meetings. Too much ass kissing, too much micromanagement of stuff you can't be bothered with, and you've been way too busy with high stakes diplomacy anyway.
Is she just not gonna mention what happened with Joculin?
Yeah, it's been a month, hasn't it? Or was it just a week? I don't remember.
It was like, I think it was like 2 weeks later is what it said.
Okay. You just allowed her the slack to develop these projects on her own while you kept a close eye on her. That's right, because the end of the last one, they found out. Like, she found out that it was...
Yeah, Joculin was the original hater.
Was the... Yeah, whatever person that lady was. Don't remember her name.
I can't remember her name either. And it looks like she's made the most of that slack. The roster of Ring 3 appears to have dramatically expanded under Joculin's administration. A whole lot of new clown faces here, but that's not too surprising. If there's one thing you've learned to never be surprised by, it's the unrelenting accrual of new clowns, where more clowns than you could possibly ever know what to do with.
Candace Schmandis was her name.
Yeah, Candace Schmandis.
Do you want to take Joculin today? Or
no, you can take Joculin, and if there's a new character, then I'll take the other one. It's cool.
Okay, I mean, like, you want me to have Joculin and Z, because I probably got to talk a lot.
Yeah, sure, take it.
Both, okay.
I know, over here, this is a lot of pressure.
What a pleasure it is to see you make an acquaintance at our an appearance at our headquarters. It's been too long since I had the honor of briefing you in person, and may I just say, the diplomatic work you've been doing has been remarkable, Z. Thanks, but you really should be referring to me as Supreme Onkifex. Oh, yes, I am so sorry, a slip of the tongue. It will never happen again. Now may I lead you inside so I can begin with the briefing. My advanced pranksters division has been making some incredible strides lately. No, let's stay outside. Could use the fresh air. Just follow me and say whatever you want to say.
Interesting.
First, may I say, if it ever appears that I condescend to describe the tenets of advanced pranksters to their author, it is only for the purpose of fully elaborating on them for a wider audience, such as this gallery of rogues here, who knows how well read these chuckle fucks are on the Jubilite theory. Am I right? I kid, of course. We're all friends here, and we all like to joke around. That's what's so good about this movement, don't you think? We keep things light and humorous while other ideologies just get so stuffy and self-important. Ha ha ha, not us though.
God, this shit scares me.
Right. Just wanted to make it clear that any, over-explaining I may do is simply for the sake of providing a well-rounded presentation of all, yes? That said, let's take it from the top. Advanced pranksters. The more elite ranks of the Jubilite movement have already been introduced to these teachings. Is still being kept from the masses at your discretion, of course, so as not to alert our targets to our methods too blatantly.
Interesting.
But there will come a time when these ideas will permeate the global Jubilite movement to maximize their effect. Soon, I imagine, when it is clear enough to the world that there is no turning back, and I would hazard that the recent work you have done, securing the sovereignty of New Whimsife, puts us closer to that moment than ever.
Where are they going?
So what is it we're doing? That's a good question. They're just kind of walking somewhere. But yeah, but they're kind of just talking about advanced pranks a little bit because we didn't really talk too much about it last time. Just like it was briefly touched upon. But I'm assuming that that Joculin going, over-explaining it for these people is actually Hussie's way of over-explaining it for our benefit. So we're learning about this,
Oh yeah, I'm just like wondering where they're walking is what I meant.
Yeah, no, where they're walking, I don't know. Yeah, who knows? The core of these principles is quite simple. It relies on the premise that in order to destroy evil systems of overwhelming power, there is no tactic whatsoever that should be off the table. Everything the bastards are capable of doing to advance their goals, we are capable of doing too, and we must. Sounds about right.
Jesus Christ.
So if the rich and powerful use their staggering wealth to entrench themselves in their positions of supremacy, then if we are also able to accumulate similar amounts of wealth, which we have thanks to your brilliance, this means it isn't merely a good idea to use those levers to attack their power. It means we are obligated to use them. It is in fact the only way to defeat them. To abide more honorable practices would be to cede advantages to them, which are counterproductive to us, and wholly undeserved to them. And so, empowered thusly by our supreme Hunkafix about a month ago, I went to work with various channels of the most resourceful Jubilites I could find, not to mention the ones with the least scruples about getting their hands dirty. Good people, really. A dutiful ensemble of particularly salty clowns who just want to make the biggest difference possible like me. So let's begin with an example of how one might use such levers. It's well known among upper echelons of our organization that Secretary Apple Pie herself targeted her own parents in a bold initial implementation of Pranksis. Indeed, that did happen. But the success of that approach, while phenomenally instrumental in jump-starting the movement, fell far short of total success. They've managed to secure most of their assets. So what other options exist? Well, one of the most direct tactics, spelled out by the Supreme Honkafix, is to apply assets towards legitimate acquisitions. A relatively small financial firm handles all their money, and once you have billions of dollars in the bank, the question becomes, can't you just outright buy certain companies, take control of them, and begin to manipulate them to your advantage? Why not? Billionaires and corporations everywhere do this all the time. Buy out competition or purchase smaller and convenient companies simply to strip or destroy them, or absorb smaller companies into bigger ones after retrofitting them to suit a new purpose.
Where's she going with this?
She's literally describing capitalism.
No, I know, but like, what's she trying to do capitalism for?
Buying out anybody who is a thorn in their side.
That's
who
fair.
is inconvenient. This can work, and we have had success with that approach in a few cases. The problem is that it's a bit slow, and very much involves operating within the legal boundaries of a complex system in order to inflict damage on said system. There are much faster ways, and that's when things get more fun. As our Supreme Honkafix rightly points out, why go to the expense and bother of purchasing a company when you can simply compromise many of the people who already run it? Who are already running it. It's so much faster that way, and it cuts through a lot of red tape. Okay, Jay, I would like to say that I feel like Joculin is probably not actually evil. Here's my thought process, right? Either Joculin is evil, right? Or she's not, but Z has a grudge and will fuck Joculin over at some point in the story.
Oh yeah, that's definitely what's gonna happen.
So it's like she's totally like actually sincere and trying to like. I mean, maybe she's trying to get fame from Z. It's like like Z is her gateway to fame. Maybe selfish, but not necessarily overthrowing.
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps Joculin is just like trying to play a role and move up, while Z is gonna be like, "Ha! You fucking tried to cancel me originally. Fuck you," and just fucks her over near the end. That'd be interesting.
That's what I think is gonna happen.
Many of the people working in these financial firms are a bunch of spineless nerds who, while used to handling the amount of money we're talking about, they're not used to actually being paid that much. This makes them highly susceptible to bribery, while their spinelessness makes them susceptible to acts of intimidation and coercion. And if you run into some guys who are afraid of the law, that's where a good exit package can help. Just dangle a few million in front of a greedy coward, along with some plane tickets to somewhere in South America and new identity papers, whatever it takes. And then you have someone who is suddenly very cooperative in helping you move a few billion in assets around.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds
So
right.
their plan is now, like, or at least Joculin's plan is to buy out all the rich people.
Well, now it looks like they're going to take the accountants to these rich people.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to have them send all the rich people's money to us and then help them flee the country. That's what it sounds like to me, and give them millions of dollars. But sometimes even all that isn't quite enough to get results. Sometimes you have a couple of really tough customers who've been fleeced already, and they've already locked everything down, such as the secretary's parents, for instance. With hard targets like that, there are certain tactics of last resort which can help move things along, if you catch my meaning.
Oh, God.
Yep. Do you see that? The line she drew with her finger?
Yep.
That
Yep.
line. That isn't your call to make. Oh, yes, I know that. I wouldn't even dream of greenlighting such a play without your express approval first. I'm just saying it's always on the table for any of these depraved capital hoarding vultures, not just her parents. I was just using them as a convenient example.
Wait, who was she threatening right there?
Abby's parents.
Okay. Oh, the secretary. Yeah, she's the secretary. I was confused what she meant by
Jesus.
secretary there for a second.
God. So why don't you tell me what's actually been done instead of explaining all my shit back to me? Absolutely, I waste no more of your time, Supreme Monkifix. We can all see you must attend to geopolitical concerns of a higher magnitude than my modest little accounting report, so I shall cut straight to the chase. Jesus. First, I should mention that I've been dividing acquisitions over the last month into two columns, hard assets and soft assets. Assets, of course, are anything of value, cash, stocks, bonds, deeds to property, equity of any sort. Hard assets are now under direct control of the Jubilite organization, such as money in one of our bank accounts, or property owned by one of our members and offered up to the organization. The total hard assets are now valued at well over $200 billion.
Damn.
Damn. Yeah, damn.
That's
Indeed,
so
damn.
much fucking money.
That's a lot of money.
200 billion money. That's like a government's like spending. Like that's the amount of money like a small government could have. Well, not even.
Federal budget of the U.S. for the 2020 year was $4.79 trillion.
Well, I said a small country.
Okay, sure. I mean, you're right. Right? Not bad for a month of advanced pranksis. Tireless round-the-clock pranksis by yours truly, mind you. But still a nice haul, if I say so myself. But it gets better. Soft assets I have defined as those not technically in our possession. These assets are still controlled by outsiders who happen to be seriously compromised by us in some way. This means that in the event it becomes necessary, there's a high likelihood these assets could be transferred over to us. Naturally, it is harder to get a concrete tally of these resources, but my estimates have our global soft assets at about $1.5 trillion.
Jesus Christ.
That's a lot of fucking money. It sure is.
No,
It
that's
turns out-
more like it.
Yeah. It turns out it's a lot easier to move this kind of money around than you'd think, since there's barely any real footprint to our movement. If we want to quietly transfer stock from our hedge fund into our portfolio, it's just assigned to one of our members rather than a formal Jubilite entity that's easily traced. We're also counting occupied property as hard assets. That is, any empty house or building our forces have seized, and which authorities have deemed too difficult to reclaim. For instance, we have well-armed Jubilites stationed in thousands of empty summer homes in Martha's Vineyard alone.
Shit.
That is billions of dollars worth of property, not even to speak of the value of the entire island in which we stand. Such seizures have been taking place almost everywhere in the world. I must say it makes accounting estimates difficult. However, I believe you will find my rough figures to be quite reliable.
That's crazy.
And all these people you compromised to account for the trillions of bucks in soft assets. Where are these people? Everywhere. I began by targeting the most obvious pressure points of the American economy, the big investment firms, banks, and such. But the more I began delegating the generalized principles of advanced pranksters throughout my networks, the more our people began to improvise and target many more entities.
Jesus Christ.
There are now thousands of Jubilite operatives working on this. They're squeezing marks in the big companies, Amazon, Exxon, Facebook. A lot of people in Facebook,
Exxon,
actually,
like the fucking
including
gas company?
Zuckerberg himself, which I don't mind stating with like a certain amount of pride.
I do have to say, Zuckerberg's a lizard person. Lizard people don't count.
Fucking convince Zuckerberg to go on their side.
To be
Love
fair, first off, like I said, Zuckerberg's a lizard person. Second off, he can't run for it correctly, so.
Yeah. Huh? Really?
Zuckerberg isn't real. Confirmed.
Trust me, Supreme Honkavex. We've got this guy by the balls.
Jesus Christ.
Nice. Sounds like that should come in handy. Oh, believe me, it already has. Turns out, compromising the human resource infrastructure of just about any major corporation yields a wider range of benefits than just increasing the financial fluidity of our movement. Pull the strings on a social media giant, control narratives more easily. On an energy giant, influence global geopolitics to your advantage. On an entertainment giant, well, you could change a lot of hearts and minds that way, can't you? Unless... What are you getting at here?
I'm asking the same question.
I've been quite pleased to see Secretary Applepie herself taking up the cause of Advanced Praxis, totally unprompted and uninstructed, also without including me in the loop or coordinating with my networks in any way. Are you talking about Abby's K-pop shit? Yes, her excellent work with that Korean group, which is remarkably popular. Somehow, by utilizing the world-renowned status she has achieved through your visionary work, she has convinced the band members to engage in Praxis and commandeer the entertainment company they are under on contract with. Yeah, I know about this. This company made about $500 million in revenue last year, and yet, due to the way the Secretary has gone about this, she has not compromised them in a way that will allow our organization to siphon any of that revenue away from the company. That's why it's so important for those engaging in Advanced Praxis to stay connected with my network, to make sure we benefit from each operation. I understand that this was a pet project of hers, because she admires these particular musicians. Yeah, it was just... I thought she was just fucking around. I'm amazed she got them to actually do it. As am I. Nothing but respect for my secretary. I don't think she compromised them, though. I think they're just doing their own thing.
Yep.
Like, taking control of their own shit and vibing with some of the same anti-imperialist stuff we do. I think Abby's just having fun helping them out is all. And there surely is no harm to having a bit of fun during all this. That's what Praxis is all about, right? But I'd also wonder what the exact utility of establishing such high-profile contacts with no intention of exploiting them. Abby would never let us do that. Precisely, which is why I can't help but feel... What?
She's wanting to compromise.
Yep.
You can't just... Oh, God. Morals
Draculin's trying to take the secretary
again.
position. Well, considering her rank and the influence she holds, and the example she could be setting, I can't help but feel that, as much as I love everything she has contributed to our movement, that perhaps someone could be occupying a position who possibly contributes a little more to the movement. Yep.
But Z would never say that again.
Oh god, is this gonna piss Z off enough to
throw her off
her?
The fucking... Yeah. This could be
Tangibly,
the straw
I
that
mean,
breaks the camel's
in
back.
terms of improving the bottom line, someone who helps bring a strong financial return on all these Advanced Praxis efforts. You know?
Oh god. She's not actually thinking about this.
Well, yeah, I mean, you aren't wrong. The type of person you described would objectively be a better fit for this number 2 spot. Can't even argue with that.
But...
Everything you just said... Oh yeah, here we go. Everything you just said honestly sounds like fucking incredible. Really sensational work. In a month, you got more money coming in than I thought we'd get in, like, years. I guess that what makes this such a shame. What's a shame?
That's what I thought.
She's gonna kill her.
Badass shit.
Holy shit. Fucking trailer.
Why did she get so good with a fucking gun?
Yep, this is straight from the trailer. Do you remember this?
Nope.
You don't?
But I love it.
Straight from the trailer.
Holy shit, look at this shit. She's such a badass.
Taking so long as well.
That's the best part. She's just juggling the fucking guns.
Come Come on, Z. Jesus
Look
Christ.
at this shit. I love
Christ,
this
Z.
so
Holy
much.
fuck.
I love
God
it
damn
so
it,
much
Z.
because I know people who are like this.
God, Hussie.
God, dude.
This is peak Hussie right
This
here.
would be me if I was gonna murder someone. I'd just confuse the fuck out of them by throwing the guns around like 8 different spots. They'd be like, "What?" And I'd be like,
Catch,
"All right."
bang. Yeah. Holy shit, man. I'm not even surprised.
I'm not either. God, look at this badass shit. Why am I love that so much.
I kind of wish Z. Oh my god, wait. She's falling in slow motion. Like, this is actually, like, super fucking fast.
Yeah, exactly. Even in slow motion, she was, like, flipping the things around.
Isn't that the Undertale, like, stuff? I mean, well, from Homestuck first, right? But
kinda, yeah.
holy shit, man.
Now Joculin's dead.
Yeah. I kind of wish Z told Joculin that she knew first.
And now the rest of the fucking ones are like, uh-oh.
Traitors get bullets.
Later.
Holy shit, man.
There's so many fucking Jubilites just sitting there waiting.
So I guess you must have heard about what happened today. Abby. Bitch, I'm trying to have a conversation with a normal person. Incredibly, having to spend all day with a bunch of weird ass-kissing clowns makes me feel like I'm losing my mind.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just in the middle of an important conversation.
Is that your K-pop boy?
Yes.
How's it been going with him?
Very good. Still feels surreal being on speaking terms with one of my idols, so.
Yes, I can relate. I mean, to him, not to you.
Named you?
Yeah.
Lol, I think at this point you're just forgetting their names on purpose. Maybe you should cut it out. Didn't you used to hate it when people got your name wrong?
Well, yeah, I did, until I changed my name and it stopped mattering. Maybe they should pick cool new names for themselves like me. God damn it.
They did. When BTS just started, Namjoon called himself Rat Monster. Fucking Rat Monster. I want to be... If I become a rapper, can I be Rat Monster, please?
God damn. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, never mind then.
Lamau.
So you got to hijack his shitty record label. What's next? More Pranksis?
Yeah, we're talking about a few options. It's crazy the amount of influence they have over what could happen in their country. Probably even more than you have here.
Well, yeah, clearly I'm just an American anti-hero cult figure or something, but enemy number 1 to the state. Those guys are so benign, way too much cuck energy to be threatening to anyone, but I'm glad to see you're helping them fuck things up.
I'm not really trying to fuck anything up, though. I'm just happy to see them taking full control of their destiny as artists. And I'm barely even doing anything for them. It's all they're doing, really. What about you? Haven't you made inroads with people you admire? I saw that Post Malone is a Jubilite now.
It sure seems that way. He's got some new clown tats and everything. Fucking wild.
So why don't you reach out?
Oh god. I can't. I'd just embarrass myself and fangirl out if I talked to him. I'd blow my whole mystique. Besides, I don't think I could, in good conscience, drag Post deeper into this mess. It would probably destroy the poor guy's life. Aww.
I'm not saying go mess with him or anything. I bet he would like to hear from you. I know this is all insane and very serious business all the time, but still think you should try to get in the original spirit of when you can. You know, try to have some fun.
God. Fun. Yeah, right. How could I think about fun? Do you know what I had to do today?
Yes, you already tried to ask me, and I was just trying to keep my mind occupied so I don't have to dwell on that stuff. I'm sure you had good reason for dealing with Joculin that way. You're trying to keep us all alive here, and that probably means making tough decisions, but anything like that, like violent stuff, it really triggers me even thinking about it. So I have to figure out ways to keep myself sane.
I know. I don't mean to push it in your face. I never even told you about her because I didn't want to upset you.
Told me what?
About a month ago, I figured out she was one of the girls who terrorized me after my breakdown a few years ago, and somehow she climbed the ladder as an undercover clown.
Oh geez, that is really scary.
I didn't think she had a problem with me after all this time. I doubt she even believed in anything. She never actually cared about my original problematic shit I got canceled for. She just enjoyed using it as an excuse to trash me. And then she saw a chance to get involved with something cool and help make herself important and took it. Wouldn't be surprised if her long game was gunning for my spot, not just yours. I just didn't tell anyone I knew so I could keep a close eye on her.
At least it's over.
Yeah, but I have to be more careful. What a fucking train wreck all this is. Anyone could be anyone. Really cool of me to build an organization which by definition lets your membership conceal who you really are. I just need a tighter ring, that's all. I got too sloppy.
I'm sure you'll figure it out. We've really painted ourselves into a corner here. There's so much danger and we can't really reverse course, so hope you don't mind if I sink myself into these distractions.
Gosh.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Abby's
that's fine. Yeah.
Wow. She's
Yeah,
just
that's
like
fine.
unable to fucking...
Yeah, no. It's crazy. Yeah, that's fine. We're just vibing tonight. Here, want some?
Well, no thanks. I'm good with the wine.
You really must be tapping into the dregs by now. How much is that bottle?
A couple $100, I think.
You. Oh, that is the nasty shit. You might as well just go out to the barn and top your glass off with Dave Hasselhoff's dick.
Well, it's fine. Anyway, since when did you start blazing it?
Since like 1 billion tons of weed started getting smuggled into the island, seems like a lot of land is getting adapted to weed farming now.
Have weed, let's go, 420.
That's fair. Honestly, perfect.
420
Yeah, 420
equals Pog.
Perfect.
That's cool, I guess. New Whimsifay does need an economy after all. Seems like a good export
Yay!
model. Do you order people to do that?
The weed thing was brought up in episode 1, chapter 1.
Hell yeah.
That was one of the things Z first introduced to when we were looking at Z's calendar and it said Blaze it in 420.
Yeah.
And Z was like, I don't smoke weed not because I don't want to, but just because I don't know where to get it. Straight from the beginning. And now they do know where to get it. Nope. A lot of shit just sort of happens now. I barely have to do anything operational except preside over the occasional clown execution.
Yeah, let's hope that duty stays very occasional.
IDK, my hater list is pretty long by now.
Oh, please, tell me you're joking.
What, about doing more clown executions? Yeah, I was joking. But about the list thing, it's an actual thing. I thought you knew about it.
Yeah, I do know. I was hoping you'd just stop keeping up with it at some point. Are you still actually maintaining it?
Well...
Damn it, Z.
There are just so many fucking people out to get us. Really bad people. It's not even just old shitty haters like Joculent anymore.
That's true. They have, like, actual horrible people after them.
Yeah. I'm tracking nasty government and media people, too. A bunch of corporate types. Awful guys, you know.
Yeah, I get it. They're all terrible. I just think this hit list stuff is definitely unhealthy for you. Like, psychologically, it makes you really paranoid, and I'm worried about you.
What?
I just want to see you spiral into that dark place that got you and started on this all over again. Aw.
It'll be fine. I know I complain about shit, but I feel much better than I ever did. Everything has a purpose now. I don't need to struggle with the direction of my life or what I'm trying to accomplish.
That's great and all, and I know you're smarter than me, so sometimes I feel crazy pointing out stuff that sounds like really basic, but all these lists of people you keep, isn't that the kind of things dictators do? Like keep track of all the people they don't like who are expendable?
It's a pretty melodramatic take. I'm not planning a mass purge of haters and antis if that's what you're asking. If only because most of these fucking maggots aren't even worth the energy.
Jesus Christ. Alright, if you say so, but I hope you don't mind if I keep just pulling back from all this in any way I can. I'll always be here for you, of course, but I've been considering just deactivating my social media account soon.
Are you sure about that?
No, it's just something I'm thinking about. Yeah, because Abby's just like, she can't handle this. Which is, it's cool to see Abby as a character being able to like distance herself. Like, I don't think that this is for me. I need to break myself off, get a little more distance from everything, and keep myself sane.
People will see it as a formal resignation from your position in the chain of command, though. Someone else would need to fill the void, and you're the only person I trust.
I know that. I'm really wrestling with it. I want to keep supporting you. I just haven't decided what to do yet.
Alright then, I'm gonna go piss while you think about it. Give K-pop monster my regards.
K-pop monster. Well, Abby talks to her new friend who once named himself after a monster. She's staring in the mirror at her old friend who may be in the process of turning herself into one. So much crazy stuff is happening constantly. It can be easy to start feeling numb to it, but maybe it's a good idea to reflect on certain surreal truths now and then.
Like how maybe it feels pretty messed up when your chill wine buddy has to sincerely offer cautionary remarks about turning into Joseph Stalin.
That is pretty fucked. That's ridiculous, of course. Yes, many revolutionaries after tasting success would hear the siren song of mass murder, but you know in your heart you are different. You've never been more sure that you're doing this for all the right reasons, and anyone who tried to convince you otherwise would probably regret it.
Yeah, there we are again. urgent news articles blowing up on your phone. Nothing ever blows up on your phone unless it's highly relevant to your movement. The fans and key members of your organization are always the first to push the story hard, and it always makes you nervous when it happens. Big stories really feel like they contain good news for you. Rarely, sorry.
And this one is certainly no exception. Wait, what's that?
The report says Abby's parents' mansion has just exploded and both are presumed dead. Oh God. But there's no official confirmation of their deaths. But you don't need confirmation, you know they're dead. Your people did this. There was no other explanation, and they wouldn't have done it if they weren't sure the targets were inside at the time.
You feel sick. This was Joculyn. It had to be her. The bitch greenlit those orders behind your back before she died. When she floated the idea to you, it wasn't hypothetical. The orders were already out. Fuck.
Yeah, and she was probably planning to retract those after the conversation when she was like, oh yeah, of course I wouldn't. God.
That's crazy.
You're afraid to go back and talk to Abby. You have no idea how you can break this to her. In fact, you probably don't even need to. She must have seen it on her phone already. What do you say? How can you explain this?
This is crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm a little worried.
Absolutely.
Poor fucking Abby.
Abby's parents, but she had such a weird relationship with her parents
I know,
anyway.
but she's still gonna be really upset.
Mm-hmm. At first, I thought before it said her parents' mansion, I thought it was like the mansion that Abby and her had been staying in. I was like, wait a minute, what? But I just misread what it was meaning, and I was just like, holy shit.
God.
You tiptoe out of the bathroom. You take impossibly tiny footsteps back to the living room. Maybe if you walk slowly enough, you'll simply never arrive.
Aww.
She knows.
Yeah. Hey, I'm sorry.
I'll be okay. Part of me always sensed this day might come. That's fucked.
It wasn't supposed to, though. It was Joculyn. She mentioned something about it, but I had no idea she already put this in motion without telling me, and I guess I killed her before I had a chance to reverse the order. It's my fault.
No, it's mine. I went along with it at the beginning and just kept going. I could have stopped it at any time, but I enjoyed it as much as you did. I finally felt like I was reclaiming part of my soul. A part of my soul by ripping them off. Part of me that benefited from all their money at the expense of others. Thought if we could use their money to make a difference, it would make me feel better, but it went too far. All of this did.
I mean, they weren't good people, though.
I know they weren't. It wasn't their fault, though. They just made too much money and spent too much time with the wrong people, listened to too much bullshit, and they were family. I didn't want this.
Personally speaking, I know this feels really heavy right now, but you get used to being free of your bad parents. I'm sure it'll feel liberating after you let some time go by.
See, I don't think that's a nice thing to say right now, but I'm too sad to be mad about it. That's fucked. I have to deactivate my accounts. I'm sure you'll be able to find someone who isn't a backstabber to help you. I'll still follow you all the way because I love you, but there are certain things I can't do anymore. Shit. So Abby's fully out. Psychic damage. What happens when
going down?
What happens whenever psychic damage hits bottom? Does she just lose her shit?
Oh, it's a little scary.
Absolutely terrifying.
Because it's gonna happen by the end of the comic force. But
now she's out there with David Hasselhoff. Why is she angry?
She's mad at herself. The feeling of heartbreak leaves a void. Rage fills it quickly, as usual. At first, it's anger at yourself. You know Joculyn was a traitor, but you strung her along for an entire month, letting her play her games while you were biding your time, waiting for the right moment to put her down. If only you hadn't been so lenient.
Could have pulled the trigger weeks earlier before she had the chance to get her carried away. You could have just shot her the day you found out about her treachery.
But why should you be angry at yourself? She was the one who killed Abby's parents, and she was the one who canceled you. Beating yourself up for your leniency is just playing into the hands of people like this. It's letting them win. No, she's the one who deserves all your rage. Everyone like her deserves your rage, and maybe even more than just that.
I don't think she's feeling the way she should about this. Maybe we all deserve what Joculyn had coming as well. Oh God, this is going to throw her over the edge to become a dictator type.
You can't start thinking that way. You'll remember what Abby was telling you.
Okay, thank God.
About your hater lists. About what that could lead to. You've already hurt her so much. You can't let yourself put her through more grief than she's already endured. You don't know how you'd be able to live with yourself if you destroyed her.
You're exhausted. You tell yourself the same thing you've been telling yourself most nights when trying to get to sleep. All those problems will probably seem less insane and unsolvable in the morning. You're never right, obviously. but you tell yourself anyway like a comforting lullaby. God, this is such a fucked up situation.
Yeah.
Now she's dreaming.
Dream self.
Dream self.
Gonna see Riotous again?
Probably.
Again, this song reminds me of Even in Death.
I still don't know what that means.
Just, it's one of the Homestuck songs.
I don't listen to Homestuck music.
Fucking jeez.
Riotous.
I should say Riotous. Jeez.
No, I was just saying, like,
Okay,
I wasn't even reading the thing.
Okay. Riotous.
Riotous. You know how often that happens, Ivor. I'll say something and then the character actually says it. It's like, yes.
Don't go. We need to talk.
Where would I go? As long as you feel driven to survive, I will always be with you.
I mean, don't fuck off suddenly. I need more answers. No, I need help.
Only unavailable the moment you wake up. Your time with me is only fleeting if you waste it.
I need to know if you're real or if I'm just losing it.
If I were a figment of your imagination, could I just answer yes, I am real? Your subconscious could insist on my reality through this lie to continue tricking you. If I were real, couldn't I simply lie about that as well to plant seeds of doubt in your head about the origin of the ideas you were sharing with the world?
This just sounds like a fancy bullshit way of saying maybe I can't trust anything you say.
But perhaps you can't. Didn't you already know that? Why are you asking me to confirm something to you when you know the mere act of confirmation could be part of the deception? Wouldn't it be better to assume I'm real and ask me these important questions you have? Then after I answer, you're free to wake up and decide what value those answers have when making your next decision.
Okay, last time you were popping off about your, like, insane psychic imperialism.
I was?
Yeah, that's what you were hinting at.
And what's your question?
I don't even know yet. I guess I'm just trying to confirm that's what's going on here based on your presumption you're real.
As I just explained, I can't even confirm I'm real, let alone confirm that you just asked. But I can continue doing as I've done, which is to speak of certain possibilities.
Like what?
Such as the possibility that I was not even the first Jubilite, as your manifesto describes.
Huh? Are you saying you aren't?
I'm saying you should consider the possibility that I'm not. Consider that I was once a member of a race of people on a far-off planet which is not called Wincefe, who had never heard of the Jubilites or even had a particular affinity for clowns.
Man, what the fuck?
Also consider that I was visited in my dreams by a being that was self-described as the first Jubilite from a planet called Wincefe. And she told me everything I've told you. Eventually she began telling me to consider even deeper truths about her reality. She began asking me to consider what she was not the first either. And then came the promises.
Promises?
She promised glory, infamy, immortality. She promised the transcendence of the physical form, of attachment to my original planet and culture. She promised even that I would rise above everything I accomplished with the conquest of my own world. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
So is this just a never-ending cycle of Jubilites taking over different planets?
Yeah.
It's kind of wild. She told me there was so much more to discover if only I persevered and achieved absolute victory.
Are you telling me that's what's in store for me if I, like, win?
I'm not telling you anything. I'm asking you to consider it, just as she was.
Okay, I think I get the game you're playing. And the, like, weird verbal rules it has for some fucking reason. Whatever, I can play along.
You already have been, and as I said before, you've been doing very well.
So when she told you that stuff, hypothetically, what did you do?
I continued doing what I was already doing, because regardless of where the ideas originated, I believed what I was doing was right for my world. But I continued with the original figure.
Additional vigor.
With additional vigor.
Additional reason to keep going.
Yep. Because it was then that I began to believe I was becoming a crucial part of something which had great cosmic significance. It seemed to me that I was assuming a place in a lineage of unfathomably consequential figures which spans millions of years and billions of stars.
I guess that's a sort of motivation, sure.
Doesn't sound like the type of idea which motivates you, though.
I don't know, it's a fucking lot.
That's a perfectly reasonable stance, and it's why my predecessor felt it was important to leave the truth of herself as speculative, and why I am doing so with you as well. Because there's no motivation which can truly substitute the feeling of conviction that what you are doing is right. Do you think that the person that he was talking to did the same thing?
Oh, yeah, he just said that she did. Oh, you mean, like, as Riotous?
Like, not even just Riotous, but, like, I'm wondering if the person he's talking about did the same thing, being, like, the person before me was being the same way about being all shady about whether they were real or not. And, like,
Oh, that part, yeah.
Like, that's...
Probably. When...
That's crazy. Like, how many people came before Riotous?
Well, they just said millions of and billions of years or whatever.
Have I read this yet?
Yes.
Cool. That sense must come from within you, not from fairy tales of space and infamy.
Well, I do think what I'm doing is right, but it's also really hard, and it's fucking up my friendship and making me freaking sad all the time.
Did you say frickin'?
Shut
It's
up.
making me frickin' sad, man. I didn't say it was easy. In fact, I'm telling you the opposite, just as my predecessor told me.
It sounds like she lit a fire under your ass all the same. When she told you all the stuff, didn't you say you did it with like extra vigor?
Yes.
What does that even mean?
It means I was brutal.
Hmm.
This is not what you wanted to hear?
It sounds fucked up, and it sounds like what I'm already worried about, and what Abby's really worried about. I don't think I can hurt her anymore.
I remember what it was like to have moral concerns like these. Then I became God. I feel nothing but sympathy for what you're experiencing, but these are very small matters compared to the grand scale we are discussing, you must understand.
It sounds like you're trying to convince me of being more hardcore about this, but trust me, dude, I'm already there.
It took me many years to crush all forces of opposition on my planet. Your lives lost were countless. You have spent only months pursuing your mission, yet incredibly you are on the precipice of total victory.
I am?
Shit! The fact that success is so nearly within your grasp may or not be obvious to you, but it is very clear to me.
So, if what I'm hearing is right, you've been coming into my dreams basically to finally tell me at how much better at this I am than you?
That is not inaccurate. I just wanted you to know how much better you are than me. That's all.
God.
But it is also foolish to be overconfident, even more foolish to assume the level of brutality you've already inflicted will be remotely sufficient for completing your mission. Withdrawing now from your instincts for survival and the violence that flows from it naturally would be a great mistake.
I don't know if I really... I mean, Abby thinks I should just delete these lists.
Oh god. She's not the supreme honk effects. You are. Oh shit, Riotous is leading her in a complete, like...
I know.
So, is Riotous trying to put her on the path of like, deleting all her morals?
Yeah.
I know deleting is, like, the wrong way to phrase that, but you know what I mean. Like, yeah,
Subduing?
just, like, destroying all, like, her morals, pretty much. Just, like, I don't need them anymore.
Yeah, he's trying to get her to realize that none of this matters. Just take over the world, fucking...
There were so many who opposed me, too. Their methods and motivations are always the same. Ridicule, jealousy, conniving, greed, lust for your power. They will all try to kill you eventually, I promise.
So I should,
You remember why you wrote your list originally, don't you?
Yeah.
Don't you remember what they did to deserve it? There's nothing else for me to say because you already know this as well as I. I don't want to start making lists of our haters. The moment you wrote down their names, they were already dead.
Jay.
What?
Remember when we talked about earlier, it's for like, yeah, Z's not as evil as Light, and then you're like, yeah, unless she gets a book and writes down the list of everybody she hates.
She's Light. She's literally Light Yagami. Is that wrong of me to say?
Oh my
She's
god.
She's literally Light Yagami now.
I love it. And I was rooting for Light in the entire, all of their Death Note, so...
I just have to disagree.
Oh god, I love it. You wake up and it's still nighttime. How long were you out? It couldn't have been more than a few hours.
The dream was the most intense you've ever had, and so intense you're bleeding somehow.
Oh yeah, also, she's got a nosebleed.
Yeah, she keeps doing that. She's just really excited to see the Riotous, that's all.
God.
You've been gripping your phone so tight your hand hurts. What the...
Oh shit. .xls, that's an Excel sheet.
Oh god.
It appears your entire hater list has been copied into a text message addressed to Ring 3. Did you do this in your sleep?
Oh fuck.
Did Riotous make her do this?
They responded with understandable confusion. They're wondering what the purpose of this list is and what you want them to do, but you know there's only one possible reason you would have dropped this here, unconsciously or otherwise. Oh fuck.
Understanding the correct moral choice is rarely that hard. You usually have more than enough information available to decide. A good friend who loves you, a girl who's done everything in her power to keep you from going astray, and offered as collateral was her heart. which would shatter if you fell too far, but there are other factors to consider.
Factors which all good sense in the hearts of our loved ones have rarely been able to compete with. There is the factor of inevitability. Shit!
Your vision was inevitable. The sledgehammer it's taken to the capitalist order of this planet was inevitable. And what is perhaps also inevitable is your wrath. As Riotous rightly pointed out, these people have brought this upon themselves.
The moment they spoke your name with a sense of spite, they should have known that they were speaking a suicidal curse and not inviting these inevitability into their lives someday. That's crazy. So she really is Joseph Stalin now.
Inevitability is defined by the forces which try to stop it. Its strength is measured by everything that gets in its way only to be crushed. The power of a nation, the heart of a friend, and even the conscience of the host, or that is to say the vessel meant to deliver the unstoppable.
Conscience can make you bleed through the nose and turn your knuckles white to put up a fight against the inevitable. Fuck.
But just like every single one of these miserable fucking rats, it never even stood a chance.
It's sent. Please don't tell me it ends there.
Let's get in there.
God damn it.
Jesus, Jay. Chapter 7.
She's literally Light Yagami.
I gotta wait 2 weeks for the next chapter. Woo! Although you guys will see it next week.
You have to admit, that she is literally Light Yagami.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much.
Like, I can't even jokingly say that anymore. Like,
oh yeah, no, I mean she's certainly just as bad. Yeah. Oh, I love it. But the thing is, the important difference here is they are being influenced by Riotous.
For sure.
Light was not influenced by anybody. Ryuk was just sitting there observing.
I mean, yeah, of course, but I mean, like, on some level, this is her human nature as well.
Sure, but like also like they were very they like, you know, I don't think they really wanted to do that, but it's this concept of inevitability that was brought up, right? Which makes a lot of sense, because if you think about it, her like the Jubilate plan thing, it's like what's going to happen in the future? What is the end goal? Inevitably we will have to deal with these people. And that's their right. It's like, well, it's going to happen eventually, so like fuck it. You know?
I guess
which is
her moral. People keep questioning her morals, and like, I think this is fucked.
Yeah, for sure. I love it.
Holy shit! So she's literally just like like Joseph Stalin at this point.
I don't. Not yet, but has the potential to be.
I mean, if anyone that is against her becomes like part of that list, then that could be a lot of fucking people just murdered.
Oh yeah.
And her paranoia is gonna spike over this, right? Like, that's an inevitability in and of itself, that she's gonna, anytime anyone even looks at her badly, she's gonna put them on the fucking list, probably. Like, fuck. Oh god. This is bad.
Yeah.
This is really, really bad.
I love it.
Like, really, 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 really,
for sure.
Really, excuse me, bad.
We got 2 chapters left, Jay.
Fuck.
That's it.
I hate this plan. How are they gonna wrap this shit up? Andrew Hussie, what are you doing?
A little scared.
Terrified.
Although, I like this episode with the Riotous' speech and all that, like, I understand the story more. Like, that was kind of like the exposition needed to, like, understand why this is a story.
Because because every single time another Riotous will appear, or someone like Riotous will be like, hey, so I think...
Yeah, it, like, actually shows, like, it yeah. Because Riotous influenced Z's every move.
True. Just like, fuck.
Yeah. Indeed.
I'm at a loss for words. It was like that was like the I think that's the most evil thing she's done so far.
I mean, yeah, certainly.
I'm not saying like that's like something that's gonna like completely fuck up the entire story, but like that like I felt the weight of it. You know?
Yeah. Oh, certainly. Yeah.
That list was so fucking long. Remember?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is none of her underlings are gonna care. They're all gonna be like, sure, great. It's the fallout with Abby that I'm scared about.
Oh yeah, Abby's gonna completely fucking hate her. Not even hate her, but like
all the Jubilites are gonna be like, sure, I understand, kill him, you know.
Yeah, she's not gonna get any moral backlash except for fucking Abby.
Yeah.
And this is why Abby's deleted all her accounts. Like fuck. This is completely fucked. You know that?
I mean, it is. It totally is. But I love it. I'm here for it. Oh boy.
Lord. Fuck.
Yep.
I don't think there's anything I have left to say.
Yeah, me neither. I think it's...
Oh, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, all you beautiful, valid people out there, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Psycholonials. If you enjoyed it, why the fuck would I do that? I really fucking hate myself more and more every time that I do an outro or intro.
Of course.
Like, I think I just keep getting worse. You know?
Sounds about right.
I should, like, seriously get some fucking mental help. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. That would be greatly appreciated. Comment down below, tell us what you thought. Subscribe, post notifications if you want to see what we're doing next. Join the Discord. There's some great people there, and if you want to discuss either this or anything else that you're on your mind about, then there are certainly at least one person in that Discord server willing to listen. And
for sure.
And follow the Twitter, because now I have to fucking post on there thanks to one fucker. Fuck that guy. Fuck brain power. Thinking that song's good, using it in a fucking horrible, shitty-ass YouTube intro. God.
Jeez.
Thoughts on brain power, Ryan?
It's an alright song.
It's an alright song?
It's memed as fuck, but it's fun to listen to.
I guess that's fair. Fine, that song's not that bad, but I still hate Rose Red.
Indeed.
And with that, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Love y'all.
Bye-bye. Love you.